was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, America. How are you? Now, Diane, you'll have to give me a text message. There was a light there that I turned off. I have a pretty good light here. I think I'm okay. I don't know that I need that extra light unless you think so. Hi, how are you? I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. 8 a.m. You know, I'm coming to you from Studio C. Yes, C. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do this Wednesday morning. There's a lot going on. There really is. You can't trust the media. You cannot trust the media. You really can't. You could trust me. You can't trust the deep state corporate corrupt media. You're right on the edge of, if you see it on X or you see it anywhere, you question the validity of it. Did I get that? Did I get that right out of the box? You question whether it's real or if it's Memorex. That's for all you children's out there. The children's, is it real or Memorex? You're questioning that. I want you to find not someone to fight with. I'm not asking you to go out and find somebody to fight with. I want you to find some good friends that you can debate that are not always looking at the picture the same way you do. I'm serious. What I enjoy throughout the day is I have several great friends. They're great friends. We don't see the road the same way, but we have good debate on subjects, on issues, and I think that's important. In fact, coming off, and I will say this, and right here, I think what we should recognize, and with yesterday, President Trump honoring the life of Charlie Kirk with a Medal of Freedom introduced or presented to his wife. Diane, give me 111. I want to say this because in the last several days, there's a lot of subjects going on. I mean, there's peace in the Middle East. There's putting troops. Don't act like out there like there's things that you're wondering. Okay, is this good? Is it right? Are we headed in the right direction? Presidential Medal of Freedom, and I want to leave him up there just for a minute because, Rand Paul is not happy that Trump is blowing drug cartel boats out of the water in international water, alleging they're carrying drugs. He says it's wrong. There's a lot of people that are watching what's going on in the cities, don't like exactly the direction it's going with ICE. This is not fighting. The Middle East, there's a lot of things going on. Find someone, make some friends. Don't look for everyone to be in your lane. Don't fight with them. Don't get mad because they say something you don't like, and have strong debate on issues that are happening today. Because I'm going to tell you, that is really, you can't trust others out there. You really can't. And I just wanted to say that because this guy right here, I have a really dear friend, and we have strong debate, and we never hang up the phone mad, but we have strong debate. And I was thinking yesterday when I watched President Trump present Erica with the Medal of Freedom for Charlie Kirk, we have to have strong debate. And I mean not strong hate. All right, take that down. I could say whatever I want. I could say whatever I want. I'm serious. And I may just say it. So anyhow, how are you today? I'm doing great. We have a lot to go over. The Pentagon. The Pentagon has put out new rules for the media. So there's a couple sides of this. The media, we all know, and I know this audience knows, when I say the Mockingbird, go look it up, the CIA, the manipulation. So I always look, if you're new to the program, I always look for the narrative. Oh, this is the Trump game. Yes, this is the Trump game. And I told you, my mom has a Trump table over here. There's a Trump table over here. So I thought I would show you the Trump game. Now, let me get this clear. I support my president. Not in all things. I have never have I I've never followed anyone with blinders, never, my entire life, and I won't do it now. But I just want to look at you out there. There's some things, a couple weeks ago I told you I give President Trump around a 70, and that wasn't to upset anyone. There's 30% of things that are going on that I'm like, I'm not sure about that. But I sit here this morning, and I was alive. I was alive. I wasn't actually, let's see, I'm not for sure exactly where I was, but the first president in my lifetime is Lyndon B. Johnson, okay? Some of you out there, you lived through Kennedy. I did not. Kennedy was killed right about the time. Well, let's not go into detail, okay? But, so I've lived through Johnson, and where did I go after that? Did I go to Nixon? Did I go to Nixon right after that? And where did I go after that? Where did I go after Nixon? Was that Jimmy Carter? Did I go from Nixon? No, I went to Gerald Ford, right? Went to Gerald Ford. Yes, that's right. Nixon's second term. Then I went to Gerald Ford. Then I went to Carter, Jimmy Carter. And then I went to Ronald Reagan. Sorry, I'm a Reagan Republican. Ronald Reagan. And then I went from Ronald Reagan. Where did I go there? George H. Bush, Mr. CIA himself. Then I went from George H. to William Jefferson Clinton. Bubba, right? Then I went from there to George W., CIA 2.0 or more, whatever, George W. I'm not a George W. guy. Then where'd I go after that? I went to Barack Hussein Obama. Is that where I went? From George W. to Barack Hussein Obama, right? And then I went to Donald J. Trump for 4 years. And I just came out of the Biden administration. And now I'm back to Donald J. Trump. I support Donald J. Trump. I'm not happy about everything. But if I go through my lifetime and I start thinking about the presidents, Ronald Reagan wanted to do a lot of things. He wanted to do a lot of things. I'm very hopeful that this week, at the end of this week, we're going to fire a bunch of bureaucrats. I mean, I'm just hopeful. I'm not happy with the Argentina $20 billion. I'll talk about that later. I'm really not. The farmers can't sell their soybeans. China is retaliating against America. Our farmers can't sell soybeans to China. They won't take a load, but they'll take soybeans from Argentina, and we just bailed out Argentina. So, I mean, there's things that, no, I'm not going to look at you and just I'm not lockstep, and I'm not going right down that road. But I want to be very clear, on any given day, I support Donald J. Trump. I support my president of the United States of America. And I don't say this in a sad way. It's what I have. It's where I'm at. You know, so I'm going to get on board with my president. I'm not pleased with some things, and we'll go into that. Now, that being said, I just wanted to be clear, because I've been working on some MTG things. I'm not a fan of MTG, but she's put some stuff out there. I'm not a fan of the insurance companies. I'm not a fan of Big Pharma. It seems like we're not pushing back on insurance or Big Pharma quite like we should. I think some people should be arrested by now, not just indicted. I think some people should be arrested by now. So that being said, a 70. I'm going to stay with that. So, what do you think of, let me ask you this, and let's get it out of the way. It's the only way I know to put it. Remember, I showed you this right here. I want to start with this, number 19. And this is George Stephanopoulos. Remember? Oh, I got to get back to you. I got to get back I'm getting messages. I shouldn't get sidetracked. So, remember, I was watching the Sunday show when George Stephanopoulos just cut J.D. Vance off, the vice president of the United States. All right, just cut him off, and it was bad. He should have found a better exit than listening. So this is one of the little things that I do like about the president when it comes to the media, because I want to talk about the media. Video 6, Diane.
Your ABC fake news.
Mr. President,
Brian, please.
First of all,
I
congratulations.
don't take questions from ABC fake news. After what you did with Stephanopoulos to the Vice President of the United States, I don't take questions from ABC fake news. Brian, go ahead.
Yes, sir. First of all,
So, I agree with that. Don't take their question. I have wondered for years, why don't we push back on the media? So that being said, we're going to talk this more. What do you think about Pete Hegseth and the Pentagon's new rules? What do you think about the Pentagon's new rules? Now, every single day I come here and I start at 4 a.m. You guys know that. I'm not going to go through that. And I watch early Good Morning America first, it's called. So I go to ABC, I get 30 minutes of CBS, then I jump over to CNN and MSNBC, and I round out my beautiful morning before I get to share time with you on Morning Joe. But I do that on purpose because I always want to watch the narrative of the deep state corporate corrupt media, the mockingbird media. They have a narrative they're trying to push. And I look because the narrative they push, what's hiding behind it? Like what's out there we should really be talking about? The agreement, I'm going to show you in a minute, should we really be talking about the agreement that Russia has made with Cuba? Should we talk about that? And military defense in Cuba by Russia? Should we talk about that agreement? Or should we talk about the 5,000 troops that Cuba sent to fight in Ukraine for Russia? Should we talk about that? Should we talk about the 2 military bases that Russia has in Syria? Should we talk about that? Oh, or by the way, the Al-Qaeda terrorist that's now the president of Syria is in Moscow today meeting with Vladimir Putin. Should we talk about that? I don't know. Should we? I mean, there are so many things across this country and in the world we should be talking about that the deep state corporate corrupt media, mockingbird media, they shadow with nonsense. Now, so yesterday, Pete Hegseth put some rules, or they put some rules in place. I want to show you this one here, Diane. This upsets me because, you know, I don't watch like on a daily basis. Give me number 35. Here's another one here. All right. Yeah, we can have, there it is, Trump's avenges J.D. Vance as he gets payback of ABC. Oh, you're ABC? Nah, I don't think so. Stand in the back. You're going to cut my man off? He was still talking. My man was still talking. You know that, the little Weasley guy, George Stephanopoulos. Don't get Weasley. You can have a couple Weasley guys. Don't get Greg Dolezal confused. We'll get to that weasel at 10 o'clock on the Georgia Hour. But George Stephanopoulos there, right? He looks like one of those clay. If you look at George Stephanopoulos, he looks like one of those animated clay figures. Now, for the children's out there, you remember the clay, the animated clay. What was that in the 60s cartoon? With the pilot, that's what George Stephanopoulos looks like. I'm sorry. I don't know why I go there. But anyhow, they're busy over 36. This is what the media is busy with. You can't go in and get a burger. I mean, I didn't get into this story, but this is on several websites. I guess the order was wrong. I mean, I have to tell you, it's unreal. These cities are unreal. They really are. Things are totally out of control in so many zones in the United States. Order mix-up sparked bloody 7-person brawl at a Whataburger. I didn't ask for pickles. I'm going to beat your ass right now. And so are the other 6 people with me. And we're going to go viral. We're going to get it on video. And we're going to put it up. And when we get done kicking your ass, we're going to make a couple dollars out of it. You will wish you put pickles on my sandwich. Anyhow, I don't know. Hey, I guess right now what you know is going to be that kind of day. How about this one, number 37, right? They don't want to talk about this. They don't want to talk about this. All right, so Letitia James, they have gone radio silence on Letitia James in the last 2 days, right? She up there like she's Sister Soldier, Letitia James up there. Oh, she barks. We're not going to be bullied. We're going to stand up. We're going to be proud. We're going to be loud. We're not going to. Sister Soldier, Letitia James, right? I mean, I'm like, every time I see her. So this is the house. She got fugitive in-laws shacked up. I mean, she is harboring criminals in her home. Yeah, facing arrest, Letitia James' fugitive relative who lives in her Virginia home were nabbed twice for assault. The fugitives. Give me number 39. Letitia, real quiet right now. Everything, media, real quiet. Right? Fugitive grandniece. Right? Who is she? Is she Medea? I mean, is Letitia Medea with her grandniece who assaulted cops, lives in Tisha James' fraud house? Home to roost. All right. So yeah. No, they're not talking about that one. That one's going quiet. So take that one down. Now, give me, and I want to come back and I want to talk about the new rules. 45. These are my hopes today. We'll talk about this. 45. So what else do I have here? Yeah. List of permanent Democratic programs, shutdowns coming Friday. Actually, I do hope that the shutdown comes to thousands of bureaucrats being fired. And I think there's something behind this. And I'm going to tell you why I think thousands of bureaucrats are going to be fired. And this shutdown is how we're going to use this to get them out of there. And I'll explain in a minute. All right, I don't listen every once in a while. Every once in a while, there's a clip. Every once in a while, someone sends me something, say, you got to watch this. I've never disliked the guy. I really haven't. Number 58, Alex Jones. I don't think he's the worst guy in the world. He's done things that, I'll say about anything. But Alex has done some things that, I probably would not have done. But Supreme Court rejects Alex Jones' appeal of $1.4 billion defamation judgment. All right. Let's not go down the road of Sandy Hook, because, Lord, I can see my phone's lighting up. And let's not go down the road of what Alex Jones said. But give me number 56. I think it's 56. It's very upsetting. Supreme Court rejects Alex Jones' appeal for $1.4 billion defamation judgment in Sandy Hook case. The Supreme Court Monday turned away an appeal by conspiracy theorist Alex Jones over $1.4 billion defamation judgment against him for his false claims of the Sandy Hook. Now, they're trying to get rid of his InfoWars and get rid of him. I have to tell you, even if you feel a defamation judgment was warranted, now relax. Even if you feel, some sort of defamation warrant was warranted here. Okay. $1.4 billion. $1.4 billion. Knowing when a judge does that, They know it can never be paid. They know they've absolutely destroyed you for 4 lifetimes. They know that. In rejecting Jones' case, the Supreme Court leaves in place a record-breaking sum he was ordered to pay after he was found liable in 2021. Justice Sonia Sotomayor denied Jones' bid to halt the judgment later Monday, likely because the Supreme Court denied his appeal. So give me number 57. A 6-person Connecticut jury agreed in 2022 that Jones should pay $965 million. That's what the jury said, okay? A state court judge added another $474 million in punitive damages 1 month later. So $965 million to this guy. Added 474. Jones' lawyers told the Supreme Court in the filing that the more than $1.4 billion can never be paid. So take that down, but what say you? I mean, if you're on the side that, you feel Alex Jones, there is some defamation liability. If you're on that side, $1.4 billion. I mean, if you look at the people they crush, right? Go ahead, take that down. Now, illegals, they want illegals to vote. Got it? They want illegals to vote. They want the 30 million in here. This is all theater. Everything about the deportation. Not Donald J. Trump, but all this going on with the deportation and the emotional videos and ICE and Kristi Noem with her extensions on her hair and her cool hat and her Botox injections into her lips. Okay? Just saying. Every single bit of this is theater. All right? So I really think Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem argue about who looks better on camera. I really do. But all that being said, they want the 30 million. There's a reason why, and I'm gonna lay this out. There's a reason why the redistricting has come up. There's a reason why Biden let 30 million come across the border. Some say 60 million. Some say 10 to 12 million. Even if it was 10 to 12, but we say 30. There's a reason that happened, right? They're not going to deport 30 million between now and 2030. That's the next census, right? Wow, that's 2030. Yeah, next census. They're not going to. The only way, if you're out there and you're in the deport them all crowd, that's okay. That's fine. You can be in that crowd. But unless, remember when you used to see the caravans coming? Like, you remember the month that you looked and you actually watched 230,000 come through in 1 month and you watched it? Unless you reverse the tape, you're not getting them out. Where are those people? It's like, where are those people that you watch come through? The busloads after busloads. Where are they at? Unless you watch them turned around, you can't get 2 ladies on video. You can't get 22 people and accomplish what we need to accomplish. Unless you see 230,000 of them going south at one time. Every time I hear the number that's self-deported, it comes nowhere near the number that self broke the law coming here. I mean, we have self-deported so many thousand. No, well, we have self broke the law 30 million. It's bottom line. Now we're all over the map. We have people that say they're taking the workers and we need the workers. The people that say take every one of them. People that say don't take the ones that are standing at Home Depot looking for a day job to run the weed eater. People saying go get those people. Get them now. Get the kids. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this, and it's really going to anger some people. If you can go in a classroom, and I'm not saying that's happening because that's what they're crying about, but if you can go in a classroom and find 3 children that are about 6 to 8 years old that should not be in this country because their parents brought them in here illegal, right? If you can do that, you can get out there and try to find the 500,000 kids that are missing in this country. So we're all over the map here on what's going on with deportations, but it's all about voting and a new voting bloc in America. I better get out. All right, we're looking for this. All right, I want to ask you a question. Do you know this guy here, number 6? Before I go to break, do you know this guy? Because if you know this guy, I want to hear from you during the break. Do you know the sheriff of Colquitt County, Georgia? If you do, I need to hear from you during the break. All right? I'm working on something for the Georgia Hour. And as you well know, I'm trying to get my facts together. And go ahead, let's go to break because I got so much here on the plate that I have to get done. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCar Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Well, now it's too dark. Now it's too dark. Wow. I should have never said anything about lighting, knowing the Viking dude from Cherokee was on the line. I mean, his work is professional. It really is. The Viking dude from Cherokee, his work is professional. I got overcast here, and now I'm too dark. Well, what the heck? We'll just power through, and then I'll see if I can fix the lighting. I got all worked up. The Viking dude at Cherokee sent me a message, and I said, well, maybe I'll do some adjustments, and this is what happened. I can't do it like that guy. He's a pro. I love the guy. I love all of you. I really do. I really do. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Then again, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. So let me get a little coffee here before we get going. 30 million. So I asked you this morning, there's two things I want to do before I get to the Georgia Hour, and I'm going to show you a couple things. I asked you this morning, first of all, find someone to debate this with. And I cannot just yell one thing like I'm chanting at a rally. I have to look at everything. So, ICE, they're upset because Kristi Noem. What do you think? What do you think of this in the airports? So, what do you think of this? I understand, Democrats, number 80, Diane. So, in the airports, you have air traffic controllers. We're day 15 of the shutdown, right? Day 15 of the government shutdown. This is all a stunt. The government shutdown's a stunt. You will see that when it ends. Airport video backlash. So they're losing it. I don't really care, but they're losing it over this. She put together a public service announcement to play in the airports, video 10.
Video from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem that blames Democrats for the government shutdown and the ripple effects folks are experiencing with travel. Here's part of what Noem had to say. Watch.
It is TSA's top priority to make sure that you have the most pleasant and efficient airport experience as possible while we keep you safe. However, Democrats in Congress refuse to fund the federal government, and because of this, many of our operations are impacted, and most of our TSA employees are working without pay.
Airports in New York, Chicago, Atlanta, and several more major hubs are rejecting that video, with some saying it violates their policies prohibiting political messaging.
So who do you blame? Who do you blame for the government shutdown? Who do you blame for the government shutdown? Republicans? Do you blame Democrats? Now, I want to show you this right here. Number 98. There are some people that will not get paid, and Trump is trying to put them on the spot right now by putting a bill on the floor that would fund the military. So now you think about this. If our government would shut down and we have a bill that says the military and essential personnel get paid, and that puts the Democrats on the spot, and we pass that, then we can get rid of all the, bureaucrats over in these Department of Education, right? What if that happens? But look here, U.S. government shutdown nightmare. It's a nightmare, the Chiron. So who do you blame for the shutdown? 96, government shutdown, day 15, John Thune, right there. So now ICE. 30 million people came into this country. It's about voters. Now, I said this before we started. Take that down. Yesterday, I showed you this right here. I think it was yesterday because I pulled it over. Number 18. Now, right here, these two ladies were working at the car wash. Okay, no problem. They're working at the car wash. Illegal, deport them. Okay. Now, yesterday, this is going around, all right? And we are in a percent, this audience here, we're in a percent that, we pay attention to everything. But right here, this picture, let me show you this. Give me right here. I have it here. It won't take me long. 112. Now, this car was in a parent pickup line. All right. This car was in a parent pickup line. DHS defends immigration enforcement near schools. So schools are putting together programs of how to handle things if their parents are deported during the school day, the children what to do. Now, Trump didn't cause this. Trump wanted to build a border wall. Now, don't forget, in 2016, President Donald J. Trump tried to get funding to build a border wall. Couldn't get funding. They would spend billions and billions of dollars, right? Biden comes into office, $1.3 trillion in an infrastructure bill. Remember, Biden put the panels, the panels for the wall, they put them up for sale. Bottom line. So Trump comes in 2016. He wants to build the wall. He wants to completely close that border. They fought him every step of the way. So when you say the Russian collusion, delusion, when you say the impeachment for Ukraine, the phone call, every single thing they did for 4 years that Trump was in office had a result of stopping him from securing that border in a way that needed done. No funding, right? Couldn't get funding for it. Nothing. We had to do different workarounds to get $1 billion here and there. Go back and look at it. So they knew the game plan was to stop Trump on the border. So as soon as they did, then steal an election. They stole an election. And if we can't kill Trump, if we can't put him in jail, if he just doesn't go to Mar-a-Lago and, sorry to say it this way, die on the golf course, we got to figure something out here. This guy could come back. 30 million people crossed that border that in 4 years Trump attempted to shut down. 30 million crossed. They're all over this country. Now, the Democrats knew, remember kids in cages, whether you like it or not, the American people did not like seeing kids in cages. Well, that was actually, you do realize that was actually Obama that built those cages, right? But we know what the media did with it, right? We know the media ran with what? Family separation. All through the debates and everything. Will you separate the families? Will you separate the families? They know out there what will get the American people to say, whoa, wait a minute. They know that. Now, the children, they got them in school. You're paying for it. They're in this country, and they have things set up that if ICE takes the parents throughout the day of emergency, guardians for the children, if all of a sudden they don't have parents. They did this on purpose. Now, the American people, you look at Joe Rogan. Now, MAGA, the base, when Joe Rogan said, I like Trump, when all the podcasters, they love Trump. But now that they're like, well, wait a minute, we didn't sign up for this. So watch this video here. All right, give me video 8.
Forcing students to move inside for recess. In one social media video that went viral online, law enforcement officers can be seen dragging 2 women from a car right outside a school as parents were doing pickup.
Wait, you guys came to the school and to do this?
They have a warrant. They haven't asked for a warrant. My name is Jocelyn from Cicero. They don't have a warrant. They didn't ask for one. They forcefully opened the door of the truck. It was locked. It was locked.
The person who recorded this video said she's a teacher who works at the school nearby. She said she heard students shouting, "It's ICE," and running. You also hear her at another point in that video saying, hey, I just want to make sure, was this person picking up a kid at school? Is their kid still in there? Are they just going to be waiting for an adult? NBC News couldn't independently verify the details of that post, and MSNBC has confirmed that both women were later released. But still, that's the fear that teachers are talking about here. Chicago Public School staff is taking action to assist children affected by the ongoing ICE operations. Staff members have organized teams to report and respond to immigration and customs enforcement activity around their schools, including patrolling the area, keeping concerned parents informed, and helping escort some families to and from school, according to members of the Chicago Teachers Union. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security.
Now, I have not been able to validate, we got MSNBC here, I've not been able to validate whether they actually were released later, but they're reporting that those 2 ladies were released later in the day. Okay. But you know what? The American people are, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Give me this video here. Give me video 3.
Again, when you first got on scene and you were able to talk to some neighbors and some witnesses there on the scene, and describe to us what initially...
Judy, wait one second. Okay. I see Chicago police are arriving and putting themselves in the middle of the situation right now. It appears there might be someone in command, from what I can see, approaching the area. I'm not sure if this is in an attempt to start dispersing the crowds. But we have just in the last few seconds seen Chicago police, who had remained at bay, now starting to put themselves in the middle of the, oh God. Protesters are starting to throw rocks. We're going to get away from the scene right now, Judy.
Okay, Michelle, you take care of yourself. I'm going to let her get off the phone. We really appreciate it. Get to a safe place. So what you're watching, what you continue to watch, is exactly what Michelle has been describing. This, again, at the intersection 105th and Avenue N. Last Michelle said as protesters started throwing rocks, and you can see that there is some chemical being deployed right there at this intersection. Just prior to this, you did see what appeared to be Chicago police officers.
You know, we have millions in this country. We have Democrat governors that have allowed Democrat mayors to create sanctuary cities. I mean, the day And Donald Trump, that's why, like, Donald Trump, he's still my president, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, the day a sanctuary city, the concept came up, the day that a sanctuary city was considered in anywhere in the United States, a sanctuary state, it should have been stopped immediately. But you have all these years of Barack Hussein Obama, right? You have Joe Biden. There should have never been a sanctuary city in America anywhere. But this is where we're at, and it's bad. And these are the people in these cities. And here you go. Give me number 34. You've got this right here. It's coming. I'm going to tell you what my greatest fear is with all of this right now. LA sparks fury as it declares state of emergency to combat ICE, giving illegals more taxpayer money, a middle finger to the law. He should go to jail. Trump is right. He's not radical. Gavin Newsom should be put in jail. Pritzker should be put in jail. The mayor of Chicago should be put in jail. I mean, I have to tell you, if you're going to take these two ladies out of the car, okay. If you're going to take the ladies out of the car wash, okay, no problem. Then I'm telling you right now, you should go arrest Adam Pritzker. Or what's his name? Pritzker, the governor. You should go arrest Brandon Johnson. Is that the mayor? You should go arrest this guy right here, Gavin Newsom. It's all about the voting. Now, look at this. I'm not switching gears. I want to show you something here. Give me 67, right? Tim Walz signs driver's license for all. Law allowing illegal aliens to obtain free government-issued photo ID. I got to fix this lighting immediately. All right? Now, give me video. Where's it at here? I had it. Give me video 2, Diane.
It's done.
A packed room at the St. Paul Armory erupted after the governor's signature made driver's license for all the law of the land.
So we give driver's licenses to anyone here. You don't have to be a citizen. You don't have to, which is a photo ID. So if someone comes in, they register, they have the driver's license, but they have an incorrect social or no social or whatever. So then they become incomplete. But if they walk in to vote with their driver's license, does that make them all of a sudden now okay?
Mr. Linnell.
Madam Chair, so the designation on the roster for someone whose registration had been incomplete, if they present the election judge with that acceptable identification document, that would clear the challenge from the roster and they would be permitted to cast a ballot.
Mr. Anderson?
Well, okay, there's your problem potentially. So thank you.
So just to clarify, someone who is not a citizen but presents a driver's license at that point in the process could be permitted to vote.
Madam Chair, at the time of registration, as well as at the time of submitting a ballot, every voter is signing the attestation affirming their eligibility to vote, including that they meet all eligibility requirements, that they are a U.S. citizen.
I'm just telling you, Tim Walz should be arrested today. Sanctuary state, a trans sanctuary state, a runaway. His state encourages, through the laws that they've passed, an underage transgender child that's mentally ill, safe haven in Minnesota. A 14-year-old kid can run away from its parents today if it can get the Greyhound bus. That's what we used to do back in the day. Greyhound bus. We didn't get an Uber. We got a Greyhound. $29.99. We can see the whole country. Anyhow, 14-year-old kid gets Greyhound bus to Minnesota, runs away from home. They will protect that kid if that kid goes in there and says, I am questioning my gender identity and my parents don't support me. Don't worry, we'll keep you away from your parents. But that's another subject. Driver's license for all. Motor voter, right? So I'm telling you right now, you got a government shutdown. What are they telling you? They got you all whipped up in a frenzy that you're going to give insurance to an illegal. Driver's license? Why, sure, let's give them a driver's license. Let's let them vote. I don't know. What would you rather do? Give them a shot, some antibiotics, put a cast on a broken arm, or let them vote? let them vote. Give them a driver's license. It's a total mess. Donald Trump didn't create it. ICE didn't create it. Let me show you this before we close, because I'm going to tell you, I got to get my lighting straight. I do apologize. I appreciate all of you. I'm not anonymous. What's that? I'm not anonymous, right? So let me show you something here. 80. Let's start with 86, Diane. Nope, 86. I don't want 86. That's my bad, Diane. I want to start here. Take that down. I apologize. Give me 81. Here is I showed you this. Now, this is the cartel. The cartels are operating in all 50 states in the United States. They brought these people over. They raped the women, the children. Absolutely. Kids are missing, 500,000 kids. Right? DHS press release. Mexican cartels are offering bounties on ICE, all right, and $2,000 for gathering intelligence and doxing, going after their families. The cartels are offering a certain amount of money to go after ICE agents and their families in America. Gavin Newsom, they passed a law in California, they can't wear a mask. And Gavin Newsom knows what's going on with the cartels. 83, Mexican cartels are offering bounties. Already have that one, right? Yes. Give me 84. Mexican cartels are offering bounties on ICE. All right. $5,000 to $10,000 for kidnapping or non-lethal assaults. And number 85, Mexican cartels are offering bounties on ICE up to $50,000 for the assassination of high ranking. Now, here's my opinion. It's really tough to make a decision on should we have military troops on the streets, tanks going down the streets of our cities. Our cities this was done on purpose because they wanted you to feel this way. You see, when Barack Hussein Obama for 8 years and the 4 years that they went after Donald Trump, and behind the scenes they were continuing to work the Obama plan, all right, and then the 4 years of Joe Biden, they've always planned for the day to come back and act like they're the ones protecting the Constitution. You got to remember what they're doing. They're the ones right now, MSNBC, Morning Joe, they're the ones that are saving democracy. They're the ones protecting the Constitution. They're the ones that are saying that we shouldn't have our military on the street when they know over here for the past 20 years will say they have set this day up where there's no choice. They know that. And they know you're going to come unraveled when you start seeing the deportation, ICE, and military in the streets. And see, Pritzker and Newsom and these people are part of that 20-year plan to save their states from overreach and tyranny and all the things that they say they're saving their state from, while they know throughout the years it's like a vegetable plant they were growing. They knew it would get ripe one day. Sanctuary states, sanctuary cities, they know exactly where they're at today. But now they're the ones that tell you, should we? And we're a little, I don't want to say confused, we're a little like, I don't know, I never wanted to see the day in my country where the federal troops, well, you know what? They did it. This is where we're at. Take the military in these cities. Take the military in these cities and clean these cities out. Take them in. Take them in. Don't take the women out of the car. Go into these apartments. Go in and get these cartels. You know where they're at. You know where they're at. Go get them. And I'll tell you the major concern. I don't care that the military's in the city. I don't want to call it National Guard. Pete Hegseth, call them all out. Clean every one of these cities out. They're war zones. Kids getting killed. Thousands across this country. Drugs. They want to talk about guns. They're never allowed to talk about guns when it comes to these war zones. They want to talk about a gun with a legal serial number on it. They want to talk about a gun that's owned legally by you and I. But these illegal guns with the filed off serial numbers in these inner cities, no, that's not a problem. By the thousands. Go get them all. Clean house. Put the military in there. Go right down Main Street. While you're at it, throw the damn city council. Throw the mayor. Throw Pritzker. Put them in a paddy wagon. Throw their asses in jail. Clean it up. They knew where they were going 20 years ago. They're here now. And let me tell you what they know. They know the American people are not prepared to see someone get killed. I'm going to tell you, cartel gets someone in this crowd to kill an ICE agent and fire is returned, this country will come apart. Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, I'm going to look at this during the next break. Hi, folks. How are you? I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Coming to you from Studio C. Sorry about the lighting today. I don't know what I've done. I think it was a little better yesterday. Now, I was fine. I was fine until the Viking dude of Cherokee chimed in, because he's a professional. Have you ever seen his work? I mean, it's amazing. Now I'm all, got me all, just saying. So, hi, Diane. How are you? 10 o'clock will be the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour. Now, what do we have first and foremost before we go any further? Now, I want to show you a couple things here. I just want to show you this because behind the scenes, all right, we have just yesterday, we're all celebrating the hostages release, number 24, right? And I just want to show you something out there. And I love when you guys help do the research. So we had Peace 2025. Netanyahu was not there. He was not there. This is in Egypt. We have the live, the hostages that were still alive. They have been all released. But the deal was so many Palestinian prisoners, with 1,000 or something, I don't know, would be released. But the remains of the dead hostages, and apparently the remains of the dead hostages, they've not released all of them, not even a third that I understand. Now, yesterday I put this up, remember? Right here, number 30. And I just want to show you something here. We're going to go through this. I put this up. I played the video. I won't play it again. Warning graphic, Hamas reportedly staged public executions. And I played the video. Now, I immediately started getting messages from you that was fake. Okay? I did. Several of you immediately, that's fake. That's not real. I said, okay, no problem. No problem. And I said, let's see if this develops throughout the day. So I watched throughout the day because I scan everything. That's Russia Today. I scan everything. There's a lot on this program that we do before anyone else. I'm just telling you. So this is in the Post. Give me number 38. Hamas will disarm, Trump said, or we will disarm them. As you can see, down here is the execution picture. These pictures are going around. All right. Give me have one or two more I want to show you. Right. Give me I think this is 168. Hamas fighters patrol Gaza streets defying Trump's peace deal. This is from the Post. Give me 70. And then give me Hamas carries out public executions just hours after signing peace treaty with Israel. Okay. Now, I showed you the video yesterday. I showed you the video. And you told me it was fake. Some of you did. Some of you did. I don't believe that. It's fake. Okay. This later in the day. Give me number 71. Disarm or else. Trump tells Hamas to disarm. So that is a picture right from the video I played for you yesterday morning. So is it fake or is it Memorex? What is it? You tell me. Is this a way for Bibi to go back into Gaza? Now, I even got a message yesterday that someone sent me a message that said, IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, right? This is the IDF. Okay? 68. So I want to know from you, because Gaza, this is what they call cleanup. But I think Gaza now is not so much cleanup as it is a construction zone. I'm serious. 86. Israel accuses Hamas of violating the ceasefire for not returning. And then give me, I have one right here. Give me the 109. They got the dump trucks there. They got the earth movers. They got the front loaders. They're already cleaning up. And Trump says 110 that they will clean up. And they'll clean it up. It's over. I'll disarm you. So what say you? Now, I do know our media doesn't want this to end. I know that. I know that they do not want Trump to get any credit whatsoever for any kind of peace deal. I know they don't. All right? If you could see and hear their voice and the cringe for the last 2 or 3 days, giving him any credit whatsoever. So, what say you? Now, the media, same thing, take that down. The same exact thing has happened in the media as they created this. Just like we talked about the illegals in the last segment over the years. The media has created the mess they're in today. The media has created the mess that from lying, being very dishonest, people can't trust them. So this is where we're at. Now, Pete Hegseth has come out and said, you know what? Hold on, it's not the one I want. He came out this morning or yesterday, and he put new media rules in place. All right? New rules. And in those new rules, you've got 115. These are the media outlets at the Pentagon that will not sign the deal. Media outlets not signing the new Pentagon press policy. Okay? And so let me go through here. This was Pete Hegseth's response. 107, news outlets broadly rejecting Hegseth's Pentagon press rules. Here he is going to each and every one and just waving goodbye. 106, today we joined virtually every news organization in declining to agree to the Pentagon's new requirements. 105, it appears to violate freedom or First Amendment rights. 104, Trump endorses Hegseth's new Pentagon press restrictions. So let's play video 7, Diane.
Trump is endorsing his defense secretary's new restrictions on press access to the Pentagon. Pete Hegseth's new rules require Pentagon beat reporters to sign a pledge not to obtain or use any unauthorized material, even if the information is unclassified. So basically nothing could be reported unless it's pre-approved by the Pentagon. Almost every news outlet has refused so far, opting instead to surrender their press credentials in protest. President Trump attacked the media as he defended the reporting restrictions.
Press is very dishonest. It bothers me to have soldiers and even, high-ranking generals walking around with you guys on their sleeve.
CNN's Brian Stelter has more on the news.
So what say you? They made this mess. They absolutely made this mess in the lying that the Pentagon, the press has done throughout the years at the Pentagon. But let me say this. This is a tough one here because, back years ago when I was writing news articles and I was investigating things in different counties, I had a sheriff in a county that we wrote an article and he didn't like it. He didn't like it. So he told us the next time we wanted a statement that he wouldn't give us a statement. He didn't like our article the last time. So I called him up and I said, Sheriff, you didn't like our article, and why don't you tell me what you oppose in the article? And he went through it, and I said, I'm sorry, but that's just the facts. That's the facts of the article. And we're always going to put that out. Well, I'll tell you. And I said, so are you telling me you're never going to give us a quote again on anything? Well, I'll tell you what, this is exactly what this guy says to me. He said, I'll tell you what, you write the article and send it to me, and I'll approve it and send it back. And I said, did you seriously tell me that I have to clear an article with you before I can publish it? Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. You send it to me. If I'm good with it, I'll say okay, and you can publish it. And I said, sir, that will never happen. That will never happen. You need to understand, there will never be a day that I send you my article so you can approve it. Now, actually, that's where I stand today. But look at the mess they made. Because I've always told you, there's a difference in a free press and a press that's masking as a free press that's complicit in a crime. And that's what I think they are. So this is another tough one. But you know what? They knew we would get to this day. Right? So that being said, take that down. Now, what do you think of this right here? Go ahead, give me video 9. Okay, that makes approximately the sixth. Okay, that makes approximately the sixth boat that's been blown up coming from Venezuela that our military says are drug running boats. Just blowing them out. 6 killed in that one. Do you agree or disagree? What say you? Now, I want to give you one more because I want to take a brief break before the Georgia hour, another brief break. 102. So we have this guy right here. He gets $20 billion Argentina. This is the president of Argentina. I forget his name. He gets $20 billion Argentina only if he wins the election and he stays in office. So does he go home and say, if you elect me, Donald Trump's going to give us $20 billion? Are we somewhat influencing an election? It's contingent on him staying in power. Now, I understand what President Trump is saying. If he's not in power and a liberal communist regime goes into place, you know, he's not going to give the $20 billion. I understand that. But at the same time, he's giving them $20 billion. Keep in mind, our farmers, 88. Our farmers cannot sell their products in China. They can't sell their products in China. And Argentina, they're selling their soybean to China. Just keep that in mind. So, all right, folks, I want to take a break. We'll come back. I got 2 little things before the Georgia hour. I'm trying to work on something right now, getting ready for the Georgia hour. Let's take a break. We'll come back in about 5 minutes.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. At 10 o'clock, we'll go into the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour, I am in Studio C here. Give me 89. This is... right here, where it is a average new car price now tops 50 grand. 50 grand. Okay, so You can't afford to buy a new car. You can't afford to put, well, maybe you can. All right, I'll speak for myself. You can't afford to buy a new car. You can't afford to put the insurance on the car. Your home is going up in value. When you go down and you talk to we'll say the tax man, because years ago it was the tax man, right? But maybe we shouldn't have a gender attached. The individual that collects your taxes. You go down and you say, look at, I've lived in my home for 25 years. Well, you should be thankful the price of your home is going up, the value. You should be happy about it. No. You understand? You're the one that's happy because my appraisal's going up in my home. Can't afford the homeowners insurance. Yes. Your local government looks at you like, well, we're just trying to put a little money in the bank so we can buy a fire truck for you. No, you're not getting it. If it was just a fire truck, that would be fine. My insurance agent says the house was worth $200,000. Don't laugh. We'll go there. It's now worth $250,000. So my homeowner's insurance has to go up a certain amount of money to replace the house. It went up to $300,000. So that went up. Oh, we didn't think about that. No, the true translation is we didn't care about that. We don't care your house went from $200,000 to $300,000 and your homeowner's insurance just went up because your insurance guy says, well, why is it always a guy? The insurance individual said, hey, you know what? It's $300,000, we got to put back your house. So, and then if it burns down, it might cost $400,000 to put it back. So your insurance is going up. Your property tax is going up. Well, I was paying, $1,000 a year for car insurance. I know nobody pays that anymore, right? Wow. But I was paying, now you want $3,000. Yeah, but the car is $50,000. I mean, you used to have a $19,000 car and it's $50,000 now. So your insurance is $8,000 a year. Right? Well, maybe I'll just go out and get a hamburger, fries, and Coke. I'll have a hamburger, fries, and Coke. That'll be $22. What? I mean, when does it end? Anyhow, average a new car price tops $50,000. Okay. I don't know. I didn't intend to do all that. So we have that. The government is shut down. By Friday, they may be getting rid of all kinds of government jobs. Let's see what else I've got before we're not going to do Marjorie Taylor Greene today. I'll give you this one. Number 12. Laura Loomer is claiming that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to run as a Democrat. Yes, as a Democrat in 2028. How much do you want to bet Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to try to run for president in 2028 as a Democrat? Just saying. So take that down. That's out there. Now, all right. I showed you this yesterday, number 20. This guy used to be, remember, don't forget, this guy, Syria set to allow Russia to keep its strategic military bases in the country. Okay? And you got number 21. I showed you this yesterday. So Syria will have military bases. Russia will have their two military bases, very strategic there, right, in the Mediterranean. Well, now we have, go ahead and give me right here, 62. There you go. Putin to meet with Syrian president. 63. Right there. Syrian president to meet with Putin in first visit to Russia. I mean, trim up the beard, clean up the haircut, line the guy up a little bit, put a suit on, no green military fatigues. And he doesn't look like a terrorist. No, he doesn't look Al-Qaeda. But he's in Russia as he's making a deal with Russia. I tell you what, those sanctions and shutting Putin down and all those things we've been doing, I tell you what, I'm glad to see him struggling. Here's number 64. The Kiev mayor warns of difficult winter. This is in Russia Today, right? You see, Russia has made sure every winter for them is totally devastating based on taking out the electric plants. Yes, the electric plants, power, all the power plants, same, right? Power plants, gas, whatever. Residents of Kiev should prepare for possible blackouts this winter. You need to stock up on supplies and warm clothing. Just saying, right? But then again, number 65, we know just like that, this guy cleans up. And just like that, he is no longer cleans right up. Number 65. I know you're going for it there. Thank you, Diane. Right. He's in Moscow. So go ahead, take that out. We've got, I want to give you this one here. Had it just a moment ago. Want to make sure. And while that's going on, let's not forget, right? Here we go. One more. I have one more. Those are the Tomahawk missiles. I had it here just a second ago because I want you to see this. Remember this, number 40, right? I showed on this program, right? Russian upper house ratifies agreement on military cooperation with Cuba. Remember that? The move to ratify the agreement will provide legal grounds to define the goals, areas, and forms of bilateral military cooperation. That was a lot, but right 90 miles. Don't forget, Cuba is 90 miles south of Key West there. And number 41, right here. Cuba is returning to the U.S. crosshairs. 42. Citing Cuban fighters in Ukraine, U.S. urges allies to shun Havana at UN. 5,000 Cuban fighters went to fight for Russia. But then again, Russia's collapsed and everything like that. I understand. 44, a little good news here. Stellantis announces plans to increase U.S. vehicle production by 50%. Stellantis is Fiat Chrysler, formerly known as Fiat Chrysler. Stellantis makes Dodge, Jeep, so on. They plan to increase their production by 50%. There you go. I'll be back at 10 o'clock on the dot. At 10 o'clock on the dot, we'll be back with the Georgia Hour. Don't miss it. Right here, 10 o'clock. Diane, take us out for a couple minutes.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
All right, folks. We are back. This is going to be a struggle this morning for the simple reason I am, should I say flabbergasted? Is that the word? Is that a word? Flabbergasted? I am shocked that if this is true, when I say if it's true, I'm getting a lot of messages saying this is true, that someone is out there in leadership positions. Well, I'm just shocked, and you'll see here in a minute. By the way, I'm your host for the next hour on October 15th, 2025. I'm your host, BKP. It's time for the Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. So we've got a lot going on, as you well know, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of background. We can't go too far, or we'll run out of time with background. Now, this gentleman here. We'll call him that, okay? Number 3. This happens to be Dennis Futch, and he held a rally Sunday, and I'm not going to get into the people. I'm not going to call it guilt by association. I'm going to give these people a chance to distance themselves from him. We'll leave it there. But as you can see, he's the chairman. He's the chairman of Georgia's Rural Voter Task Force. And that's with the Republican Party. And he is also the chairman of Colquitt County Republican Party. Now, this is making the social media rounds. I am being told that this is accurate, and we're going to try to check here in a minute. But give me number 6. This happens to be the sheriff. And obviously something happened back and forth with the sheriff of Colquitt County. It's a Sheriff Rod Howell, Colquitt County Sheriff. And this text message is going back and forth. And I need to try to, when I say validate it, if you're out there, I know I've got 10 messages saying it's real, but if you can just tell me, because here's what I'm looking for. Give me number 7. Now, this text message chain is going around. All right. And I'm being told the DF is Dennis Futch. That's the top. I'm being told the RH, all right, the RH is the sheriff. But at the bottom, you can't see the third one. It's an SW. Okay? It's an SW. Now, what is going around social media is the DF. All right? So people are saying this is Dennis Futch, and he's talking to RH. That's Rod Howell, the sheriff of Colquitt County. And as you can see here, I don't know the entire context of the conversation. You can either help or you could stay away. Don't really care which we get. We got it either way. You cannot stop this. It's happening. Deal with it. I just talked to the governor. All right. You are dead in the effing water. Now, this is out there. All right. And I'm going to say this. I've been trying everything I can to see if this is accurate. Okay? Now tell me what you're going to do so I can do what I need to do. Would you like a call from Donald effing Trump? You know not who you're effing with here. It's time to stand up and be a man, not cowards. If you try to stop our assembly, I will sue you and the county for every effing thing the county owns. I've got 20 million in liquid network. I've got friends everywhere. Try me. Okay, wow. Wow. All right, now look, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. And I don't do gotcha. So I'm going to see if I could get this sheriff on the phone. And I'm going to immediately tell him if he answers the phone. All right? I'm going to immediately tell him that we're on the record because I don't do people wrong. But I'm going to see if he answers and see if he'll speak to me. This is the number I have.
Thank you for calling the Copley County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency,
Oh.
please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. Otherwise, please choose one of the following options. For the jail, press 1. For our investigations and drug enforcement team, press 2. For the sheriff, press 3. For road patrol. Copley County Jail, how can I help you?
Yes, I pressed 3 for the sheriff. So is Sheriff Hal available?
Let me send you to his secretary, okay?
All right.
Sheriff's Office, Karen.
Hey, hello. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I pressed 3. I pressed 3 for the sheriff, and I was hoping to get an opportunity.
Not in the office.
Okay. All right.
You want to leave a voicemail or a message?
Okay. Well, I'm always up front. I am media. I don't do people wrong. I don't do gotcha. I am media. I'm BKP Politics. And I'm actually wanting to see if I can get a statement from him on something that is absolutely burning up the internet, a text message to see if I could validate the text message. And that's what I'm trying to ask him. And like I said, I'm not trying to be sneaky about it. I'm being upfront. I am media. But there's a text message that appears to have come, is what I'm being told, from Mr. Dennis Futch in a conversation concerning an event. And I'm wanting to see if he could validate the RH in this message as the sheriff, and 2, if he can give me a comment or tell me something about it.
Okay. If you'll leave your name and number when he comes in, I'll give it to him.
Okay. I'm going to give it to you. I'll give it to you right now. Ready?
Okay.
My name is Brian with an I, Brian.
Uh-huh.
And it's Pritchard, Pritchard.
Okay.
And my number is 706
9700. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll give it to him and try to explain to him what you need.
I appreciate you very much.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. You have sent me something that, wow, wait a minute. This is fluid. Did you really just send? Because as you heard, I was very clear with the sheriff's office, okay? Because we're going to make sure, I don't like anything floating around. and I trust this audience, okay? And I trust the people sending me the messages. But if that DF, I don't care what it is. If that DF is Dennis Futch and that RH, and I know I got people yelling, I could just tell right now, and that RH is the sheriff of that county. I don't care if they like each other. I don't care what the sheriff's done. This individual cannot be in leadership for the Georgia Republican Party. Now, here's what Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, who is absolutely spineless. He's spineless. He's a coward, and I would say that to his face. I would. He'd get mad. I don't know. Maybe he'd. I would say it to his face. I'd say it in cursive, okay? That Josh McCoon is a coward. And he's such a coward, he would get so angry, he would probably instruct Travis Bowden to punch me, okay? That being said, most of you that don't understand that will explain later for those of you out there in Yerba Linda, California. But this guy, he makes, and we're leaving that out there all right? He's got $20 million in liquid. He's called the governor. Now, I'm getting this, Diane. Could you crop this? Can you, Diane, can you crop this and put it up for me? I just sent it to you. Now, while Diane is getting that, look at this right here. Look at how many times effing, right? Effing. All right. Look at the threat. Look at the threat to law enforcement, a sheriff. Like I said, I don't know the sheriff. I've never met this sheriff before in my life. Never met him. Don't know him. But I'll tell you right now, sworn officer of the law, he's the sheriff that the citizens, obviously, of Colquitt County elected. This is the way he's talking. So this guy right here, number 4, the jackal of Georgia, Dennis Futch, Josh McCoon needs to validate this immediately, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, and remove him from everything that touches the Georgia Republican Party. Now, he'll cuss me. He's blocked me, probably call me names. I have every right, my First Amendment right, Dennis. So if you start threatening me the same way you are the sheriff, the law enforcement, if you call the governor on, hey, do me a favor. Wait a minute. Go back. Number 7. I mean, this guy acts as though he has juice. Go back to number 7 for a second. Let's see. Would you like a call from Donald F. and Trump? Well, sure, Dennis. Can you get that? Can you make that happen for me? Right? So take that back. Number 4, the jackal here of Georgia. And I have all my rights, Dennis. My First Amendment rights. I mean, I'm allowed to question. I'm allowed to ask. You can attack me. You can threaten me. You probably will, because that's what you do. I mean, I'm overweight myself, Dennis. I'm a chubby kind of guy, right? I'm stocky. All right. I'm portly, whatever you want to call me. You can call me roly-poly daddy's little fatty. I don't care. All right. But you're a bully. I'm tired of you putting all your pictures up of your guns and your ranch down there, flaunting out that you're so wealthy and rich and everything. That you can have all that, Dennis. All right. You can have all that. You're obviously a very unhappy man. You have to be so angry. You're an angry little elf, a little fat elf. I mean, that wasn't nice. But then again, hey, I've always said I have the right to talk about gray hair, being a little chubby and short. Dennis, there you go. So, Diane, do you have that? We're going to look at this together because I got a lot to do. I have a lot to do today. Did I give that to you? There you go. This is what we're being told. Kick this off. This is Dennis Futch, right? Warning. Let me make this absolutely clear. This is a Christian memorial service. Wow. Your language has changed, Dennis. I mean, you've gotten awful godly on this one right here. I mean, when you're over there on the text message, if you are the DF, I'm going to leave that open, Dennis. If you're not the DF, I mean, if it's just a coincidence, but, you're throwing around, you got 20 million. Somebody's got 20 million. Somebody's threatening with lawyers. Somebody's threatening to call the president. Somebody's threatening law enforcement. I called the governor. Yeah, I got Brian Kemp on the phone. And Brian Kemp said, hold on. Derek Dooley, excuse me for just a minute, because I know you're tied to my hip. Let me talk to Dennis. So let me make this absolutely clear. This is a Christian memorial service. We will not tolerate anyone showing up to cause trouble. There will be a strong police presence, and many of us will be carrying openly. If you come with bad intentions, you will face consequences immediately. I mean, I have to tell you, I sure as hell would never want Dennis to invite me to church. That's scary. It would be scary to be invited to church by Dennis Futch. Woo! So you will face consequences immediately. Consequences you don't want. Now, he starts out his first sentence, Christian memorial. But you'll pay the consequences. We've got an electric chair around the corner. We'll fry you immediately. If you cannot be respectful and supportive, then stay home and stay away. Otherwise, your dissension will be either jail or hell. Wow. Prayer on the square. I am urging Sheriff Rod Howell and Chief Police Chad Castleberry to fulfill their duties and take necessary action regarding Dennis Futch's alleged terrorist threat. Is the community still impacted? Blah, 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 blah. So I am being told this is what fired up the whole thing right here. But let me say this, okay? I've never met this sheriff. I don't know this chief of police, right? I don't know. But if somebody put out this kind of warning, not everybody was on board with Charlie Kirk, and that's okay. I didn't like the negative things that were written. I don't like the attacks. I didn't like any of that on social media. But people have the right that this is their town square, I guess, right? This is going to be at the courthouse, I guess, at the town square. And prayer on the square. The square belongs to the people. I don't know nothing about the county, if they got to get a permit or whatever. But this guy threatened to put you in jail or send you to hell. If you cannot be respectful or supportive, your destination will be jail or hell. Now, I'm so blown away that this guy, right? Diane, let me show you this guy, right? Diane, can you go into, I think 1013. I'm not for sure I have it here. And I don't have it. It's on my computer in the office. I had a picture of Dennis Futch and Josh McCoon and Michael Watley about a week ago. I had a picture of those three somewhere. And if that could come up, I would like it. But if you can't, don't worry, because I don't have it here. So go back to number 6. This is the sheriff we're waiting to hear from. All right? Right there. That's the there you go. There's Dennis. the RNC chairman, and Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, seems to be enjoying himself. Now, the reason that Dennis is at the table is because Dennis wrote a check. Is that who we are now? Can you threaten people with jail or hell? Can you threaten people? Can you say all those nasty things as long as you can write a check? Is that who we are? Now, the guy in the glasses, the guy that's a little chubby, like me, okay? I'm not calling you names, Dennis. I'm a little on the chubby side myself, right? I could use a diet plan. I'm not getting the fat shot, as Trump says. I know you out there. I know the ones of you out there that are looking fit and trim are taking the fat shot. Donald Trump said it. I didn't. So Dennis is sitting right there, right? He is on the Georgia State Committee. Yes, he is in the Republican State Committee. He is the chairman of Colquitt County Republican Party. He is the chair of they invented this title for him, the Georgia Republican Party Rural Task Force. And Josh McCoon has to put a statement out. He has to. He has to tell us if this is, now don't forget, number 8, Dennis Futch is the one who wrote the resolution to kick David Cross and I think 32 others out of the party. Dennis Futch wrote that resolution to kick David Cross, myself, and 31 others, I guess, out of the party, right? He wants us banned for life. We'll go into that in just a minute. So this is the sheriff, number 6. If he calls between now and the end of the show, I will let you know. If he doesn't, I'm going to call back. All right? I don't know the guy, but Rod Howell, that's the RH. All right, Colquitt County Sheriff. And give me number 7. Now, as you can see at the top is DF, and there's RH. And what I'm being told by several sources, Dennis, I have the right to do this. I'm asking the question. Dennis, if it's not you, tell him to send me a text. You got my phone number. You can send me a text sometime today. Send me a text. Dennis, tell me it's not you. You can call me. You have my phone number. I know you do. I know you got my phone number. You've spoke to me in a very condescending way, as you do. But you could either, and then it's like, I just talked to the governor. You called the governor? Now, tell me what you're going to do, because I'm going to do what I want to do. Would you like to call from Donald Trump? You don't know who you're effing with. Don't you love those? You don't know who you're effing with. Dennis is one of those guys that gets pulled over by the police. You know who you just stopped? If you try to stop our assembly, I will sue you and the effing county for every effing thing you got. I got $20 million. The lawyers I have make Lester. I don't know who Lester is. That might be the county attorney. Can someone tell me if Lester's the county attorney in Colquitt County? The lawyers I have make Lester look like a damn janitor. So until further notice, okay, until further notice from the sheriff, we'll hold on to this. But if that DF is Dennis Futch, Josh McCoon, chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, you have to remove him from anything Republican. You cannot let this stand. He gave what? He did what? Oh, you're telling me that he gave about $80,000 to the Georgia Republican Party last year? Okay. And he did what? And he pays big money for a table every time you have an event? Okay. All right. So that makes it okay? Right? And people that may be surrounded by a $140 million Ponzi scheme. Oh, let's remind people, don't ever forget this, right? Don't forget this, number 17. I want to keep it in the same vein because the next 30 minutes, I've got to get into, well, we've got Georgians are suffering out there. We got poor little Debbie Douchits that's out there. She's probably needs a jacket. She's cold. She's hungry. She ran out of bleach for her hair and can't afford the fat shot. Now, I don't know that she takes the fat shot. I don't know that. I mean, I can't make that kind of statement, but maybe she doesn't have money and wants the fat shot. I mean, hey, I'm a chubby kind of guy, maybe, just saying. She's suffering. She has a sign that says it. And I'll tell you, Georgian seniors lose life savings in what officials call state's largest pond. Let's not forget the senior citizens around the state that lost everything, right? Lost everything. But the Georgia Republican Party, Inc., as I understand, doesn't feel that some of the members of the Frost family should be guilt by association. Okay. That's what they don't. They can't. Katie and Krista Frost, they can't find where they're guilty of anything. So they really don't feel it's right to do anything where they're concerned, considering the whole entire Frost family. You realize everything, the Frost family, everything. I mean, none of these kids ever worked at Walmart as a Walmart greeter. You understand? That every single thing, they use the money to go to Kennebunkport, Maine. The whole entire family was enriched by this money here that these people say they lost everything. But we don't want to do anything with the Frost family because it would look like guilt by association. And where would that end? Because there's no proof, right? So $140 million Ponzi scheme. Then you've got the largest donor. I think Dennis Futch. Let's go back to Boss Hogg, number one. Let's go back here. I think I understand he's the largest donor to the Georgia Republican Party. So he gets to do what he wants. Josh can overlook all of that. But if you're a lifelong member of the Georgia Republican Party, because they like to say member, although we don't have any members, by the way, right? It's the Georgia Republican Party, Inc., so we legally don't have members. And we don't have closed primaries, so you're really not a registered Republican, no matter who you are in the state of Georgia, but they want to throw you out. So this is the largest donor they have, so that's okay. But a civil matter, not a criminal matter, calls for a removal of someone from the party that's not stealing from the Republicans in Georgia, not cheating any Republicans in Georgia, not stealing from senior citizens in Georgia. No, not at all. But must get rid of them because they will work every day to try to get Republicans elected. Well, interesting. So, this is Dennis Futch. Now, here is some of your great work. Here you go, number 2. Dennis the Menace. And you have number 4. Now, this one, I didn't really like this one. I thought this was out of line. I really did. When you sent me this one, I was like, I don't feel this is appropriate. I really don't. And I wasn't going to put it on the show, but it's so inappropriate that if I talk about it and I don't put it on the show, you may not share that with me. So give me number 5. This was sent to all of these are viewer submitted, right? My diet plan is just adding extra gravy. I resemble that remark. I didn't like that one. I get no problem with extra gravy. I go through, give me a little extra gravy, so. But I thought since you went through all the trouble to make that, I'd put it up there. Take that down. Now, let me say this. Now, they ran to the AJC. They want rid of David Cross and myself. You guys out there that they're trying to get rid of you, well, good for you. Punted, number 74. What's the possibility, Diane, of putting up what's the possibility of putting up 8 and 74 underneath it? Is there a possibility of doing that? Okay, if you could. So I want to make this statement. So this is the GOP ban. Take that down just a little where I can see David. I mean, now I can see Sam Kornline in there. We don't want to miss him, and I can see others. But anyhow, members of the Georgia GOP State Committee faced a pair of thorny decisions this week. Whether to adopt a comity resolution urging peace with Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and other MAGA targets, or whether to ban activist David Cross and his allies. Hey, I want top billing. I'm tired of David Cross getting top billing here. I want them to say get rid of BKP and his allies. But it didn't work out that way, so I'm just going to have to live with it here. David gets top billing. I'm going to have my feelings hurt. I will be an ally. I'm going to go with ally for 400, Alex. Members, right? Get rid of David Cross and his allies from the party. But officials say the committee punted both measures, at least until the next meeting in a few weeks. They punted the measure. Don't forget, the measure to get rid of David Cross came from Dennis Futch. Now, let me address...
Your name didn't even make the list.
I know, right?
Your wife did, but not you.
Hey, you're just piling on.
Hey, I even made the list.
I know. You're on the list? That burns me up. I'm like, Diane's on the list? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Oh.
Did you see the graphic I sent you yesterday?
Wait, which one?
I think I sent it. Didn't I send it to you? Yeah, I sent it to you text message.
Hang tight. Let me look here. She got me all worked up. Yeah, I see the list. I'm not going to be able to get to the weasel today. We'll do that tomorrow. Is this the certified?
Yeah.
Oh, will you put that up when I tell you? Put that up. I forgot to crop that. Put that up when I tell you, okay? Because I love it. So they punted it. Don't forget the allies. Now, here's what I was told. The chargeback, right? So I can only speak for myself. There's been some argument about the credit card dispute and the chargeback. And I'm going to say a good friend. I want to put this out. A very good friend yesterday and a very good friend today. And I opened the show telling you, you got to get somebody you can debate. And I mean respectfully debate and have some firm conversations to where you don't treat each other with disrespect. Have a good conversation and you give your side, they give their side, and you don't get mad and call them names like Dennis Futch, and you don't say, well, you want me to call the effing governor. Don't do any of that. Okay, don't be a Futch. All right? Whatever you do, you have a conversation, don't be a Futch. Now, so I'm having this conversation yesterday, and this individual says, can I say to you that I think you are wrong? Now, wait a minute, that you are wrong on the chargeback. And I said, yeah, you can say that to me. I think that's wrong. And I said, okay. I said, I don't think it's wrong. And this individual said, there was a total of $6,000 of chargeback, somewhere around $6,000 chargeback. Now, I am only speaking for myself, all right? I cannot speak for anyone else that denied their charges, their reasoning, okay? And I've given my reasoning very clear. And this individual said, well, I heard your reasoning, but I think the chargeback was wrong. I said, okay. Why? Well, do you realize the total came to $6,000? I said, okay. And do you realize that the $6,000 that was charged back to the party, now stay with me, was $6,000 that we could have spent, could have spent, all right, on a text message campaign to help get people out to vote for the PSC race. I said, okay, that had some logic, right? I said, okay. So what you're saying is you could have took the $6,000 that we charged back, and you could have done that, and you could have sent out text messages encouraging people to vote for the PSC race. All right. So I said, okay, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to disagree, but I'm going to take that. So I woke up this morning, and folks, I don't know. I woke up this morning, and the first thing I thought of was, no, that's not correct. At 3:30 in the morning, that's what I do. So I get up and I'm like, that's not correct. That's not correct. And I'll tell you why. So what you're saying is that we can validate rigging at a convention. Now, I'm not going to say rigging the election. I'm not going to do that, because I have had a problem with the entire convention from start to finish. When it comes to gaveling in the convention, I won't go through that again. So why didn't I just come and hand you $150 or whatever it was and say, put this towards the next text message campaign to get out Republican vote because I want to help, and just disregard this whole convention thing? I mean, it didn't make sense. You can't tell me that. How about this? Let's switch it around. The convention's not rigged. Forget the election, all right? The convention's not rigged. Not rigged at all. And I go there and I get my credentials and I go in and we gavel in the convention and I get the agenda, which should have been to me a lot earlier. So 30 minutes or 15 minutes before this entire state convention starts, I get an agenda on purpose late. Okay, so I get the agenda late. And let's say I would have gotten the agenda the day before, right? Or that morning, but no, I got the agenda right then. We could argue that all day. And let's say on the agenda, I was aware of who was going to be named to be the chairman. Let's say that. And let's say once we started the convention that we had someone different than John White as the parliamentarian, right? Because the parliamentarian, Mike Crane, didn't even know how to chair the convention. He didn't even know how. He had to look back at everything to see if John White, the parliamentarian, who John White will always read the rules in the Georgia Republican Party the way the person that is chairing something needs them to be read out loud. He can read rules any way you need them read at any time, period. So let's say Josh McCoon gets up there and he says, as chairman and as the chairman and on the ballot, I am going to bring in someone outside to chair this. And it was a neutral person that can chair, comes and chairs. But no, he picks Mike Crane. He picks Mike Crane, who he served with in the Georgia State Senate, that he is very close to, Josh McCoon. And then he picks, right? And he picks Mike Crane, who is called uncle by the Frost. And let's say Katie Frost did not get up there and personally assassinate, bad choice of words. Seriously, I don't like the word assassinate. Character attack, all right? Katie Frost doesn't get up there and character attack candidates. Just really go after their character like I've never seen before. Let's say Katie doesn't do that. And let's say that Katie gets up there, just presents who the nominating committee recommends. All right, let's say that happens. Then let's say at the time Katie's standing there, First Liberty Building and Loan had not already collapsed. Her mother's back there. Whether they know it or not, I don't know. The son, Brant Frost, is doing the microphone blocks. So let's say First Liberty Building and Loan had not collapsed while she's up there doing the character attack on candidates to be voted on. You see, I know these candidates, but there's a lot of delegates that show up that don't know these people. There are. You go to one of the convention, there's 2,000 people. They don't know everything about these people. So let's say that didn't happen. And then let's say the convention starts and I go down as a participant delegate to a microphone and I got some guy elbow me like I'm in a roller derby. Let's just say that never happened, okay? And I walked right to the microphone. Katie doesn't attack, boom, boom, boom. I walked to the microphone. And I say, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to amend the agenda before approval. And the chairman understands the rules and he looks down and he says, there's an amendment on the floor to amend the agenda. Yes, I would like to amend number 8 and give the body an opportunity to vote on paper ballots like President Donald Trump has requested. That would be the motion. Very simple. Okay, good chairman. There's a motion on the floor to amend the agenda, item 8, that we use paper ballots instead of electronic clickers. And do we have a second? Microphone over here. Debbie Dushitz is not over there going like this and trying to push her out of the way, right? Person over there say, I second that. Okay, discussion. We have discussion, right? Discussion. Then we have a vote. So let's say we have a vote and the clickers win. And it's a real vote. Okay, body said they want electronic devices. So then let's say after that, we had our candidates come up there And Josh McCoon won the election. As they say, fair and square. Let's say that happened, right? And he's the chairman and he won and David lost. Guess what? You would still have my $150. So don't look at me and tell me the reason the Georgia Republican Party can't send out a text message asking people to vote is because you put a total, complete, corrupt convention together that I could not participate in, and I wanted my damn money back. Don't look at me like I did something. I didn't do a damn thing. I went to the convention. I signed up, right? I went in the room. I went to participate, and I could not. There's no way in hell you can look at me and tell me I'm the reason we can't send out a text message and ask someone to vote, because it's not true. I didn't hurt the party. I am so damn tired of you people looking at me. I'll take it on me, okay? I'm tired of you looking at me like I hurt the party. I don't do anything on a daily basis to go after this party in any way whatsoever. Nothing. You know what I can't do? I can't afford the $2,500 for a chair up front to see Laura Trump. I can't afford that. I can't afford the $500 plates. I can't afford that. I really just can't. I can't afford that. All right? But let me tell you something. If you can afford that, if you cannot afford that, you don't make it very high up. So I'm just like, I heard that yesterday, and I had to think that out, and I thought to myself, no way. And you want to ban us? Right? Because you know what? I would have went home. My candidate lost. I won't tell you what election. I've been to elections. My candidate lost. I didn't try to ask for my $150 or whatever back. No. You'd still have. If you started from A to Z and run an up, fair and square convention, you'd still have my $150. Maybe you ought to look inward. Maybe you ought to look at this chairman and the body. You know, I don't want to go into that no more. Let me wrap this up, because that just, so look here. Give me number 14. We don't want to leave without letting you know. As always, this she sold out. There you go. She sold out. You can see the smile on her face. You can see the wonder in her eyes. What the hell did I do? And there, number 15. All right, this is for you out there, because I got to flip a coin. I got a message yesterday. They like Doonaster. Okay, so we're going back to Doonaster. Georgians are suffering. Can't you tell? Look at her. She's suffering. Just suffering. That poor thing is suffering. Oh, she'll attack me this afternoon, right? Now, look here. Oh, well, you know, if I'm going to be the bad guy, let me be the bad guy. Let me just get this over with. Diane, here, give me this one here. How about this one? I know I have it here. Give me number, there it is. Give me number 66. Tied at the hip. Now, that is Derek Dooley and Brian Kemp. Okay? Now, I don't want you to forget, that's Derek Dooley and Brian Kemp. And Derek Dooley does nothing. This is actually the Brian Kemp campaign. And then you have, now she'll swear she hasn't turned on Donald Trump. If you are supporting and backing No, I don't have enough time. I got 10 minutes. Give me number 22. Republicans see shutdown fight as a test for Ossoff's 2026 playbook. That is Derek Dooley, right? Look at him. And there's a ragtag bunch, and you can see the one in the red now is on the Brian Kemp bandwagon as hard as she can go. She can't lie, nothing. It's there. There's Derek Dooley. Now go back to the other one. That's Debbie Doonaster, okay? Now you go back here. 66, right? Derek Dooley, note to self, always keep contained as an Ag Expo lost edge controls and got blindsided by a voter on a scooter in mid-video. I think a scooter came through. That didn't stop me and Brian Kemp from having a great day supporting Georgia's number one industry, hardworking farmers. So there's Derek Dooley, Governor Brian Kemp tied at the hip, Amy Porter. See, this is a Kemp family investment. That's what I understand. This is a Kemp family investment. I mean, I am being told, well, that millions could fall off the table into the pockets of a family member of Brian Kemp. That's what I'm being told. And I'm allowed to say that. I can say that. I know the governor doesn't want me to say that. I understand the governor doesn't like me. Why not? I mean, I don't understand that. But anyhow, always remember, if Governor Brian Kemp would have campaigned just that much, a tad, we'll use a tad in our measurements today, just that much for Herschel Walker, there'd be no Raphael Warnock. Do you ever think about that? When I'm the bad guy, how the hell do I become the bad guy? Because the bad guy is in this picture. That's the bad guy. Now, I understand Herschel Walker, and I understand Donald Trump endorsed him, and I understand actually the New Jersey Generals. I remember I loved Herschel Walker as a kid. I loved when he went to the Jersey Generals with Donald Trump. USFL, right? Jersey Generals, Herschel Walker. And I understand he has had some mental health issues that he had to deal with. I got that. Nobody's taking that away. But I will tell you this. He would be a senator that would be voting to keep the government open today. Not Raphael Warnock. Please keep this in mind. Every time you see these two guys here, that the one guy, the short guy, is the bad guy. Because if he would have supported and he would have gotten behind and said push, 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 and get Herschel Walker in, there would be no Raphael Warnock, and we would be fighting right now to get 2 Republican senators in Georgia, not 1. They always act like they're getting ready to deliver you some prize. They act like they're the prize patrol, and you're getting ready to get the greatest thing you've ever had, right? And you get deflated. Now, this guy right here, the governor of Georgia, thinks that he can push this guy, Derek Dooley, with orange Tennessee pants over the finish line, right? When you actually should be getting the second Republican. We should be getting Republicans back in line. Now, today is early voting. Give me this. Give me number 76 and then 73. Jason Estevez, the candidate on the Democrat side running for governor, is now endorsed by Jason Carter, Jimmy Carter's grandson, right? And make sure, Public Service Commissioner. Did I give you the other one? Yeah, there you go. Jason Carter. And let's see here. I told you this yesterday. I want to hold this one right now, 23. I'm almost done. We got 5 minutes. I want to hold 23. Hang tight, Baba Louie. Don't get all bent out of shape. And let's see. I want this one because I went through the week and have not acknowledged it. Don't forget number 30. Give me this one right here. Number 16. We have a PSC race. Early voting is taking place. These are the 4 candidates. 2 on the top. Fitz, Tim Echols, Republican incumbents. And I have, let's see, where's this one here? 75. This is number 75. Yesterday, we got to get out and vote. More than 20,000 people cast ballots on Tuesday and the first day of early voting. Early voting ends October 31st in the PSC race. Remember, I showed you this yesterday just so you would have reference. Something to reference, number 33. Right? Prominent Republicans, PSC members. Doug Everett, a former state representative, was elected to PSC in 2002, becoming the first Republican from Southwest Georgia to hold the seat. First one, 2002. Then we went on to get total control. All right? Several Republicans have served on the Georgia PSC during its shift to full Republican control. We have full Republican control of the PSC. Now, we will not lose one. I doubt it. I was talking to somebody and I said, if we lose one, and they said, we're not going to lose one because people are going to go in and push 2 Ds or 2 Rs. They're not going to split this vote. So I'm afraid this individual could be correct. And Democrats could take 2 PSC races. Even if you're upset with the Republicans, I know how this sounds. I know you get frustrated to hear this, but this right here, these 2 races will set the momentum and the tone for 2026. So let's take that down and make sure I don't have anything else I want to go with right now. Before we leave, I think that's pretty much what I want to go with. Let me see, I have this one here. Yesterday, give me number 25. I want to apologize. I really do. I'm not saying I don't say that word quite often, but I want to apologize that it's Wednesday and this is the first time I'm acknowledging this nice lady. I had an opportunity to meet her, Mandy Bollinger. She died of cancer after a battle with cancer. I think it was Monday. Today's the 15th. I think Monday is when this came out. A good person from Canton. A good person. She died battle with cancer. As she's from Canton, I've gotten messages from my friends in Canton. So my apology to you that the ones. Sorry, trying to get to 11 o'clock. The ones that are good friends of her and her family in Canton. Your representative there. Now. Give me number, I showed you this yesterday, number 23. So this is Vernon Jones. Now, I told you yesterday, I know Vernon all the way back when he was a Democrat. I could tell you the story where I met him. But I will say this, I was thinking about it yesterday, him coming out. He has never wavered from his support for Donald J. Trump. I don't know what you think of Vernon Jones. I don't know what you think of him, okay? I followed all of his races. I watched, as he has referred to, the Atlanta fish wrap. The AJC fish wrap. He's referred to it. You could hear it in his speeches multiple times. But, for all the attacks he endured from his party, Democrats, coming over to be a Republican, he endured a lot of attacks, okay? And then being a Democrat, he supported Donald Trump as a Democrat in Georgia. I think Democrat state senator, right? But anyhow, he endured the heat from Democrats for endorsing and supporting Donald Trump wearing a D. Then he switched to Republican, and he really went after him. And people can question multiple things where Vernon Jones is concerned, and we can do that with everybody. But you can't question his dedication to President Donald Trump. And that I'll look you in the eye in any day. I could give him a hard time about a lot of things. I've known Mr. Jones for a long time. But the one thing I know, I can look at the camera, not an endorsement, being very clear, but never for one day waver did he support Donald J. Trump, his president. I got to give him that. Okay. He's running for Secretary of State, which is going to be interesting because we have other candidates. Now it's 11:02, and the reason I want to do that, on October 28th, I'm going to Gainesville, right? I'm going to Gainesville and meet with the MAGA group. The MAGA group in Gainesville, you know who they are. I don't want to leave no names out. I'm going to stay focused, and I'm going to do a complete rundown of, when I say every candidate, every race out there. I'm going to give you a rundown of the Senate, governor, lieutenant governor, all the way down to superintendent of schools. So don't miss that. It will be recorded for you to watch, but I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do a complete rundown of all the candidates. There's not going to be any endorsements. I'm not going to put any endorsements out. I don't do that. When you endorse someone, you're basically looking at someone and saying, I think you should vote for them also. I really don't do public endorsements. I don't do that. Now, that being said, that's going to be October 28th. Give me number 17. Don't forget, senior citizens across Georgia lost everything, right? First Liberty Building and Loan, Frost the Fourth. You know the Frost family. We lost everything. Don't forget. And by the way, before we go, courtesy of Diane. Okay, before we go, courtesy of Diane. Can't you pick up on there you go. Certified Georgia Republican Outlaw. I'm getting the t-shirt. Diane, get me the t-shirt immediately. Get that to print. Get that on there. BKP, Certified Georgia Republican Outlaw. Just call me Waylon Jennings. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Extra gravy, Dennis, extra gravy.